Hello class! Today in math we are going to continue working on subtracting and adding using 10 frames and just doing it regularly. So the first problem I want us to think about is this. There were 14 ants on the sidewalk. Then 6 ants went into the grass. How many ants were still on the sidewalk? So if we are subtracting, then this is what we need to do with our tens frame. We need to start by looking at our problem and thinking, do we need one tens frame or do we need a double tens frame? Our first number is 14. So that means it's greater than 10. So we need a double tens frame. So right here, I have my double tens frame. Now, the next thing I need to do is we are taking away, right? We're not adding. So we're not writing both numbers. When we're subtracting, we just write down our first number, or we draw our first number. So if there were 14 ants on the sidewalk, I'm going to draw 14 circles. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have one full tens frame. 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have my 14 ants. Here they are. And now 6 ants go into the grass. So that means we're taking away 6 ants. So I'm going to cross out 6 of my circles. Now where should I start? At the one that's not full? At my tens frame that has a bunch of spaces left? Or should I start at my tens frame that's full? I should always when we're taking away, always start with the tens frame that is not full. Okay? So I need to take away 6. So I'm going to cross out 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've crossed out 4, but I need to cross out 6 total. So now that I've crossed out all of these in this tens frame, now I need to hop up to this tens frame. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I know that my final answer is that there are 8 ants still on the sidewalk. So I'm going to write at the top 8 ants. And that is our answer. Now, there's another way that we can solve this with our tens frame. We can do subtraction or we can do addition. So we could think of it like this. And I'm going to flip my page just like this. So if we're doing an addition problem, well, first of all, our subtraction problem looks like this. So we had 14 minus 6 equals, and we know it equals 8. So our addition problem, and what we call this is inverse. So that means we've just flipped our numbers. They're opposite. So we did 14 minus 6 equals 8. Now we're going to add. So we need to start with the number from our first problem where it said 14 minus 6. Right? So we know 14 would be our total number. So we need to start with the other number they gave us. In this case, it would be 6 plus blank, because right now we're not sure about the answer. We know from our subtraction that it's 8, but we still need to find it for addition. So we know our problem would be 6 plus blank equals 14. So 14 is our total. 14 was our total here, and 6 is the number that we're starting with for our addition problem. So I'm going to start by drawing 6 of my circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I need to count and see how many more I need to add to get to 14. So what I'm going to do is count up from here. So I'm starting right where I left off, right? I'm not starting in my next tens frame. I'm starting right where I left off because we always want to fill one tens frame before we move on to the next. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So all I did was count up from where I left off. And now I can count my different color counters. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I can fill in my addition problem. 6 plus 8 equals 14. And look at that. These are our inverse equations. So this means that our numbers are the same like a fact family, but they're flipped around. On your assignment today, you are going to be doing a few problems that are similar to this, and you are going to be working on some addition and subtraction problems that we worked on earlier this week. So you can use a tens frame if you would like. I will make sure there is one on Seesaw, or you can use other ways to solve our problems. So if counting on your fingers helps you, if counting with counters helps you, that's perfect. If making circles helps you, that's great. So you can show your work and let me know if you need help. I do have video instructions and written instructions up on our assignment too, but let me know if you need help.